Okay, you guys, I had promised that I was going to do this video and I'm recording this now. I need you to really pay attention to everything that I'm about to tell you because I'm going over several different websites to prove my point. And again, the websites that I'm going over, just for the sake of discussion point, I'm not saying they're a scam. I'm not saying they're trying to steal your money. But what I'm going to show you is the Jedi mind trick that is being able to be pulled over the average retail trader who is not paying attention to what's going on. And I'm going to point out a couple of tips to help you be a little bit more successful in your journey of trying to trade with prop firms. Okay, so I'm going to start with this first one. And I've tried several different ones out, communicated with some and so forth and so forth. So again, I'm not trying to say that these are scams. But I'm just pointing out some things that can trip you up that you're not paying attention to as to why you're going to continue to keep forking out your money to do these prop firm challenges and you may not be successful. Here we go. So I'm going to use three of the popular ones that I know about, which is True Forex Funds. Also, I'm going to show you Funder Pro. Also, another one, which is going to be Surge Trader. I'm just going to show you these three. There's many more prop firms out there, but I'm just proving my point. Here we go. Take notes. So the first thing you do is you rush to see how much are they going to be able to pay you. So you scroll down here and you say, okay, I can be able to, number one, trade, let's say a $10,000 account. And the first thing your eyes go to is, oh, it only costs $89, which, by the way, truth be told, ain't bad to be able to control a $10,000 account for 89 bucks. But truth be told is, do you really control $10,000 for the $89? That's the question. You can click over here. Another popular amount is $189, 200 bucks, which is within range for a $25,000 account. Cool. That's not bad. The third number, which most retail traders go to, is the $50,000 account, which is, oh my goodness, I got $50,000 to play with, and I only invested 300 bucks. Wow, how incredible is that? The average retail trader does not go to the $100,000 account, which requires a $500 deposit, which still is not bad, or the $200,000, which is $1,000 worth of your money going in. Okay, so let's go back to the $10,000 account and let me show you the first Jedi mind trick that is happening, because I just did it on you, but you didn't see it happen. So if I tell you to put up $89 and pass a prop firm challenge, and you'll be able to have access to $10,000, which the average retail trader does not have on hand to spend, you get pretty excited at that point. But the truth of the matter is, why are so many people not passing? Could it be just your strategy? No, not necessarily. They bank on your greedy habits. I have told you guys this over and over and over again. And this is not just for you, but for me. If you cannot control your urge of overspending on a trade, or what we call over leveraging, it doesn't matter about these accounts because you're still not going to make it. Let me show you the real thing that you're not paying attention to that you should. Here is the area you really need your eyes on all day long. Do not even worry about this. See right here, you're seeing $89 for $10,000 account. You're also seeing $189 for a $25,000 account. Heck yeah, that's pretty cheap. $50,000 account for 300 bucks. Let's go. Let's do it. Right? Truth is, let's go back. No, right here. I don't care about all this because truth of the matter is they're showing you a $10,000 account. But right here is what you need to be looking at. How many times did you blow your account and get an email that said, oh, we are so sorry, try again? Well, was it because you didn't have a good strategy? Probably not. What happened was, right here is what you're not paying attention to. You only get to spend 500 bucks a day, or if you lose, 500 bucks. So if you're over leveraging your account in any way, shape, or form, and don't think you got it all down packed, continue to listen to the whole video before you tune out. Because this is why some of y'all fail. You hear a little something and you run off. Okay? Pay attention. So number one problem is if you're a person who's trying to Oh, before I even get to this, here's the next problem, the Jedi mind trick. Before I get to this, here we go. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me, Lord. Here's the deal. So you see $89 for a $10,000 account, which truth is not bad at all. But here's the other thing that's also etching in your mind. Besides your greed to hurry up and get through this challenge, the other thing that's forcing you quickly is what? Yeah, look at what they showed here. Let me show you this. No minimum trading days. So you're really excited. Oh, no minimum trading days. Woo-hoo-hoo! But right here it says you got to pass my prop firm challenge stage 1 in how many days? 30. So what it's saying is you don't have to have a minimum of 5 trading days or 10 trading days like some of the other prop firms, which is cool. That's fine. Because some of them, they say, okay, you have to at least have been trading 5 days before we consider you pass. Even if you made the money, you still got to continue to trade for another up to 5 days minimum before you pass the challenge. This one is saying, okay, you don't have 5 days minimum. We don't care about that, but you do have 30 days to complete stage 1. Is this a scam? No. The problem is it still affects the retail trader psychologically. Do you see what I'm saying? Think from a business owner's perspective about the data you have collected about the average retail trader who's always what? In a hurry to be profitable. So now you put on a 30-day challenge. Now they're really going to over leverage because they're not paying attention to why to the freaking law. Number one, if you're trying to hurry up and get to this pass of the challenge, which is, oh, I got to make $800. Let me go ahead and go with a standard lot. Okay, cool. That standard lot, you do a couple of them trades and it hasn't even lost. You don't have to lose the trade. It just needs to go in drawdown. Even if it goes into drawdown and it hits this limit, you'll get that notification. Oh, we are so sorry. My goodness, what a great try. Try again, and some of them offer you a little discount or whatever because they know you have not corrected the original problem. What? 2 mind tricks. Number one, you keep glancing that, oh, I got $10,000 to play with. No, you don't. You literally only got $500 to play with per day. And here's the problem. Let's say on the first day you lose $499.99, right? Cool, you good. You can recoup that. But here's the second problem. Second problem is the max overall. You can't go no more than this. So that means in 2 days, if you do this 2 days in a row, you still knocked out. You get what I'm saying? $4.99. Okay, you only got 2 pennies left. In other words, this is your max loss. You can't go past this number. And the average retail trader typically will do that because they're trying to hurry up and they think in their mind they have $10,000 to play with, but no, you actually don't. You only have $500 a day. So realistically, psychologically, you need to play it as if this $89 is getting you a $500 account. Because people ignore this number, and that is the biggest reason why you keep blowing it. And then you add in that there's a sense of urgency to get stage 1 done by the 30-day challenge. Okay, you're really trying to push this number, so you're thinking, I got $10,000, let me go with a standard lot or half a lot and hurry up. Well, you and I both know that the markets can go into drawdown, and if it goes into drawdown and start touching on this, and you got 4 standards on 4 different trades, even if they did not lose, and it just goes into drawdown, you will see that all of your trades will just bloop, 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 bloop. They'll shut them all down and disable the account and send you that old, oh, great try, friend. Why? Because in your mind, you're thinking $10,000 is what you got to play with, when in essence, this $89, truthfully, is only buying you $500 to play with. Max amount, $1,000. That's the way you have to think of it. Okay? Let's go to another number. Same thing here. The bigger the number, the bigger the psychological number in the trader's mind that they got $25,000 to play with. So if I take 6 trades with a standard or a half a lot, but I got a $25,000 account, That ain't nothing, right? Oh, yes it is, because for the 200 bucks, realistically, this is the max amount that you have to play with to win or lose. And if you go past this number, you're done. So you have, let's say you blow the account for $1,250 on one day. That means you only have this amount overall. Look at this number here, your max amount that you can lose during this challenge. So if you're being greedy and can't control yourself because you're trying to hurry up and pass a challenge, which the average retail trader does, which is why you've always been struggling, you really have a problem on your hands, because by the time they suck out this $1,250, that means in the entire rest of this challenge, you only got $1,250 left to be able to play with, or so forth. Now, I think that's what, that's $1,250. That's all you got left in this challenge. Now you feeling what? Watch what happens psychologically. I'm not saying they're scamming, but I'm telling you, they know the minds of an average retail trader. So you over leveraged. Maybe you had a bad trading day. You went too hard in the paint, right? So you blew that $1,250. Or watch this. You knew the $1,250 was there now that you're watching this video. So you blew $1,200, but you still kept that little extra 50. So you still good on the max loss for that day. Right? But that means you still only got, what, $1,300 left for the rest of the challenge. Now, here's the good news. If you start being profitable, these numbers will change back and you'll grow and you'll be good to go towards the max target. But as you're losing money, this max target number keeps getting bigger. This number is scaring you. Now, this number is really scaring you too. And you start to over leverage to try to hurry up and recoup what you did before. Okay? What you did before. And it's not going to work. Why? Because the psychological mind of the average retail trader says, oh, I got to hurry up and double up to make back what I lost. Are you guys following me? Now, again, I'm not saying they're scammers. But who knows you better than the people who selling to you? Okay? All right, let me show you something else that might be interesting to you. If it was me, and you know you have that kind of tendencies to over leverage, it will be wise to actually go for the larger accounts. Why? Because the max daily drawdown is $5,000 to play with for your $500. So basically, you're paying up 10% for that. See, this is your $5,000 limit. So there you go. $500. That's 10% for that. I don't even want to care about this number, because psychologically in my mind, I'm saying if I got $100,000 and I'm trading a standard lot on 6 trades, that ain't that big of a deal. But if you, like some of you guys, because you didn't know about the CAD and the JPYs and the news that's been affecting these markets. So what's happening is that you may get your stops hit by, $1,000 or whatever. As this number is decreasing, your options here is decreasing, and this number is going to constantly get bigger. So if you lose $2,000, you're going to see in your back office that this number has increased, that your profit target now has increased to 8,200. Every time you lose, they add that number to your profit target. So if you know you can comfortably trade a $5,000 account, I don't care whether it's saying 100,000. Doesn't matter to me. It's not $100,000 I get to play with. I'm only getting to play with $5,000 realistically. Do you hear what I'm saying? Max amount that I'm playing with is actually only $10,000. Period. Because if I go past and lose more than $10,000 because I'm thinking in my mind I got a $100,000 account, so I hope y'all seeing this. Okay, let me show you another one. Let's keep going. Let's go to this one. This one's pretty popular with a bunch of people, and it's the same thing. Look at what happens. And they're showing you on here. Now, this one is different, okay? This is something that I do like. I think it was this one. Let me show you what I do like on this one. I think this one is, hold on. I'm looking for something specific, okay? Let me see. Let me go to Funder, this one here. And I'm going to show you something about this, and you got to pay attention to. This is something else. Okay. What I'm looking for, and this I'm going to talk about. You got to know about this. That's very important. What I'm looking for, some of these will give you the option where you do not have any minimum trading days at all or maximum trading days. Now, for an example, this one has a minimum trading days where you have to trade for at least 5 days. So for an example, if you're trading and you actually pass the challenge in 2 days, you still must trade for another 3 days. So if it was me, I would just trade with penny lot sizes. If you beat the challenge, you met your goal, only trade with pennies. You have nothing more to prove. Then you do the same thing here. Then some of them will also have a stipulation about if you do a big challenge day, you made it in 1 day on one trade, they're going to ding you if you do it again because they're looking at, okay, this person is an over leverager. So yeah, you great. You hit the target with one trade. Cool. Like you see on some people's video. Oh, I passed the challenge with one trade. Problem is that they don't like that because they're saying that you're not a good person who manages the money. So you want to look through these rules and make sure you understand what they're saying. See, right here, this one has no time limit. So this is from the pro. I do like that there's no time limit as far as how long it takes you to get through the challenge. So they do want you to trade for at least a minimum of 5 trading days, but you don't have a cap at you got to get past stage 1 in 30 days or else. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Very important. Very important. Okay. Here's something else that is critically important. When you're looking at which one of these you want to do, some of these, look at this. This one only gives you, where is it at? Leverage is only what? 20 to 1. And if you want more leverage, you got to buy it. Okay? You got to buy more leverage with this one. Now, I will say that this particular company, Surge Trader, they're more expensive than others, but their response time, their professionalism, and their communication was 100% on point. I ran into a small issue, and they were multiple people from multiple departments contacted me, followed up within minutes. They were on point. Number 2, they are, if you're here in the U.S., they are a Florida-based company, and they have direct phone numbers. Here's their address, so if you want to drive up there to verify who they are. So again, they are a legitimate company. It's just that they have very low leverage. So therefore, oh, by the way, here's something else you need to know about them, which I found unique to the others. When you're placing a trade with them, not only do you have very low leverage, but if you place the trade and you didn't put in your stop loss immediately with the trade, then they'll shut the trade that you just placed off and still charge you the fee. So for an example, if you place a trade and then like we normally do, we place a trade first, then we go in and slide our take profit and slide our stop losses in place. Doesn't work. You got to put the stop loss in immediately at the same time as you're placing the order, or else they'll shut that trade down and still charge you a fee for it. Okay? Okay? Let me give you guys an example of that. All right. So normally when we're placing trades, we say, okay, I'm going to place a trade and, I'm going to buy this trade here, right? So I'm in this trade, and then later on we typically say, okay, I'm going to put my stop loss below the low and then put my take profit at the high, or 1-to-1 risk ratio, whatever, right? That's how normal routine with normal traders. We see this as an up trade, in an uptrend and so forth. So normally, and you should wait for it to pull back to the trend line, but whatever. This is not about the trade itself, okay? This is not about the trade itself. What it's about is what they are thinking about the retail trader. So basically, let's just say you do that. Okay, so you're in the trade, you place the trade first, and then you move to stop loss and take profit. No, it won't work with Surge Trader. The moment you place the trade, and let me close this one out. Oops, give me a second. All right, there we go. Let's close this trade out. The moment you're ready to place the trade, you have to put in a stop loss immediately, or else the moment you place the trade, they're going to shut that bad boy off. So in other words, let's just say we wanted to come here and use the stop loss at 59,465. Okay, so therefore you got to put it in at the same time. And this doesn't matter whether you do desktop or mobile. You got to put the stop loss in at the exact same time, or else your trade gets shut down and they deduct from your account for the trade. Okay, a commission, just as if you actually did place a trade, because you did, but according to them, they want that stop loss to be placed at the exact same time. Now, you can come back later and put your take profit in, but that stop loss, it has to be put in at the exact same time as the trade. That was something I found very unique to them. Okay, so there are pros and cons. Now, they also do have where you can buy a no stop loss, so you can add it on to your purchase. See? So if I want to do this $25,000 account for $250, 10%, like a tithe, you're paying $250. But then if you want to loosen up that stop loss rule, click there. Now you add a $25 more. If you want to increase your 80% to 20%, where you get 90%, there's some more. If you wanted to do double your leverage so that it's not 20 to 1, but 45 to 1, okay, giving you a comfortability, you got to click on that, okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Now that $250 just went up by $100. Do you see how that worked? Okay, or you can do this little bundle, and either way it goes, it's the same thing. You see what I'm saying? So you got to buy extra to be able to get what you get with some of the others. Now, again, they are reputable, so it is what it is if you want to go that route, okay? But with this one, they already offer, with their trading, 100 to 1 leverage, which is more than enough if you have this trading account, okay? Only challenge is, just remember, for the $250, do not think that you're getting $25,000 to play with, because psychologically, with 25 grand, boy, I can do a couple of lots per trade. But if these trades go into drawdown, or I lose one or two, look at what happens. And I only get 2 chances to do that, because the overall loss amount is what? $2,500. So realistically, do I have a $25,000 account psychologically? Psychologically, no. I only have a maximum of $2,500 and only 2 chances to drop this thing by daily balance. So you got to be what? Extremely careful with managing your money. I have been telling you guys this over and over and over again. This is the key to being able to pass a challenge. No matter how good you are, greed is going to kill you in this prop firm stuff, which is the average retail trader's problem. They have zero control over their behavior when it comes to this right here. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, drop them into the comment box. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Hopefully this video covers some important information that you guys need to know, so that you can at least have your eyes wide open to what's really going on. If you really could afford to do this one, this would be the best. Why? Because the average person is not going to lose $10,000 on the daily trades, even if they're greedy. Okay, this gives you plenty of daily room and plenty of maximum overall loss. Now, again, each one of these have their own little challenge, but you know, realistically, if I was being truthful, the average retail trader with their bad habits need to start with a $100,000 account, because it's not the 100,000 you're looking at. I can care less. I'm looking at this right here. This is comfortable for me to be able to trade with a standard lot or half a lot without even considering blowing the account on a daily or ever reaching this number. Okay. Number 2, I don't have to worry about find the ones that offer no maximum 30-day limit or this and that is what I would suggest, so you don't feel a sense of urgency. That means as long as you're trading a minimum, like on this one, as long as you're trading a minimum of 5 trading days, anything after that, you can take a whole month, 2 months, 3 months before you reach your target. There's no sense of rushing. The other thing is leverage. Find out how much leverage they're offering, because this is going to lock you down. Like, for an example, I like this company, but it was a little bit difficult if you only go with the small leverage, because you may see several good setups and you want to use a certain lot size, right? But the problem is they capped you off because you didn't have enough what? Leverage. So the more leverage you have, the more comfortable you can trade in your style, okay? So it's very, very important. Very, very important. Now, again, if you're looking for reputation-wise and a place, if you're here in the U.S. and you want to drop by their office, then you might have to pay the more expensive amount, which is with this company here. Now, there's setbacks to it, but, you know, it's kind of like trading with a broker that's a licensed broker. Not saying that these are not legit, but again, I can't just drive around the corner to go check them out because they're sometimes somewhere else, okay? They're somewhere else, and you can look these up, okay? All right, that's enough on this video. Thank you guys very much for listening. Hopefully this was a blessing to you. Leave me a comment below if you want me to do other videos to help you out, and I'll be more than happy to look at your comments and read them and take it in consideration about doing them on the next video. Thank you very much. God bless.